Before I met George, I was a senior officer in multiple Fortune 500 companies. I was a vice president of information technology and really became a power player, if you will, in IT.
After taking a little bit of time off, then I was introduced to George, and we entered what I called and referred to the reinvention lab.
George and I met over breakfast, as is his wont on occasion, and we talked through the needs and what I was hoping to accomplish. And quite honestly, in the end, I didn't choose George, he chose me. And I think that was one of the very first times, looking back on the process, that he began to reestablish my value in myself, or help me understand my value, and what he calls reinflate my balloon.
George has kind of an interesting process. He takes you through a few exercises. So we did career inventorying and, what did I find satisfaction in, and, where are my skills and abilities, and then how did I want to apply those going forward. And as I kind of went through that exploration with him, I was also volunteering for a couple of nonprofits. One I had had a long-term relationship with, and then just to kind of test myself. And George always tells you, try some experiments.
Each of us are individuals, but there is a process that he leads us through. Each of us responds differently, and that's maybe his skill. It's not a science, maybe it's the art of it.
He's exciting, engaging. He's just got a genuine passion about him that's contagious.
The weekly meetings, you begin to look forward to them because you always leave there with your balloon reinflated and feeling like $1 million $.
And he never gave you the answers, but he always provided the right questions.
At the same time, he's very knowledgeable. He knows multiple industries. He knows players in those industries. He can help you with networking. He's very well connected.
Taking each of us through a process, a different path, a slightly different path for each of us, but getting us to eventually to an end point where his success is your success.
George planted a seed with me, which was, I think he phrased it, consider being a bigger fish in a smaller pond. Meaning you're probably at a point in your career where you can leverage a lot more than just your IT skills as a leader. So think about taking a bigger job, but in a smaller company.
George and I really debated the pros and cons of each, the opportunities both near-term and long-term, its impact financially and personally on my family. And in the end, we decided together that maybe I should try the independent group practice model again.
And he did it very delicately, but he kept on saying, but did you think about, but did you think about, and are you networking with the right people? Let's forget about Fortune 500 companies for a moment. You might be happier elsewhere. And I had gone in probably 2 or 3 meetings with George from denial to acceptance to, hey, what the heck? I'm at a point in my career where I can afford to try some new things. Lo and behold, I did find a company also in the Twin Cities. It was a much smaller company, a privately held company, and I accepted the position of Chief Operating Officer. And for 5 years, I was with that firm. Best job I've ever had, the best match of my skills and abilities. I was back to managing a growth company, and I had stepped out of IT into managing the lion's share of that firm.
The journey with George was great, and landing where I did at CommonBond, it was finding a group of people that were similar to people I had worked with in the past, the same kind of pace and challenging environment. And George was able to help me figure out that that's one of the things that I love.
I truly feel like I'm reborn. I feel like I'm in a position now where I'm driving value, that I'm giving more than I'm taking. And that's important to me. I'm happier at home. Jody'd be the first person in the world to tell you that I come home happy, engaged, thrilled to be doing what I'm doing. It's not work. It's a career. It's something that I truly enjoy. It's what I had, it's what I missed, and I'm back in it.